Yeah, and ought to be able to get a pretty good view out of the front window too. That looks good.
Do you have to wear that every day?
Mm-hmm.
Every day that you work?
Mm-hmm.
Flying, a common form of transportation. Most of us have flown. It's almost taboo in this day and age to have not. What we see as a simple form of transportation, others see as a profession. How does one begin a career in aviation? Where does it all start? Is it randomly picked at a job fair? Does it come from previous military experience? Or could it even begin as a simple hobby? How does one turn a hobby into a lifelong career?
Saying?
Oh. Why, you videoing or something?
Yeah. I have to.
Why?
Because it's a documentary.
A documentary?
Yeah, that's what the project is.
Oh.
Uncle Tommy lived around here and worked there.
Tommy worked there for just a couple of months as a flight instructor. And in fact, he was my flight instructor on my first 2 lessons. And
Were him and Papa Jack friends?
Nope.
They'd met each other there?
Yep. We met there first time, and later on in my career, he helped me get hired at Piedmont Airlines.
Just so happened that your dad called me somewhere around about that time,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd been trying to get his resume through and all this stuff. And so I called Jim Gibbs back, and I said, Jim, I said, I'll do it under one condition. And he said, what's that? I said, I got a good friend of mine that I want to get hired by the airlines. If you'll pull his resume, I said, I'll come back in. He said, done.
So that's how it
That's how
happened?
your dad got his job.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, sir.
We became much closer friends.
It's been, you think about it, we've been friends for, how old is he now?
He's turning 56.
56?
In May, yeah.
Okay, so
And he started
since
when he was 15.
That's 50 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, 40 years, 50
Yeah.
years.
Good grief.
40 years, you think about it, 40 years.
Yeah.
I'll have to say, he is my dear friend. He's been a dear friend for me many, many years.
You are ugly, I'm telling you. Golly. That's an ugly Tim.
You want to actually take a picture of yourself.
He came from taking flying lessons with his dad when he was 16. He actually went to the airport and soloed before he went to get his driver's license on that day. So that was actually more important to him than driving at the time. And I just think that he came from the ground up. He took a job gassing planes to pay for his flight lessons at the airport. And I mean, he came from the ground up in that respect to get where he is.
Sure.
So it's all based on how many hours you fly?
Right.
Okay.
I know some people back then were soloing in as little as 5 to 6 hours of instruction time. Some people it took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
It took me 6 months.
Hats off to you, Captain Shelton. What you've done in your life has surpassed so many other people. You took on the role of dad, son, husband, and captain. And now, teacher. The life you live has taught so many other people, including me and Austin and Mom. You taught me to never give up on things. If you want something bad enough, you continue to go for it until you get it. You've lived a life that's been full of travel. You get to go all these places and take pictures from your office, the cockpit, and show them off. You live a life that's brag-worthy. You live a life that's full of dedication and perseverance. And as if you haven't already taught enough people, just know that you've taught me that no matter what I want in this life, I have to be dedicated to that and to not give up until I achieve my goals that I've been aspiring to. Did you think that Dad was just going to keep it as a hobby, or did you
Yeah, I
think...
thought he'd just be working up at Shiloh Airport the rest of his life.
But that didn't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
What do you think about the fact that he turned it from a hobby to what it is now?
Well, I think he's done a great job at it, but it worries me when he gets in there crying.
Why does it worry you?
Because it's up in the sky.
Have you ever flown?
Yeah, I've flown with him once or twice.
Really?
In a little bit smaller airplane. Not a big one.
Were you scared?
No, I wasn't scared.
As long as he lands, right?
As long as you land, he's alright.
His work ethic is what I hope I try to emulate with my own. He's been very successful, and even through a lot of issues with the airlines, he's been, able to support us and, go do more than just support us. Just go above and beyond for us. Hopefully that's something that, one day I might be able to do when I'm older, as long as I have a work ethic like that.
Lord mercy, he'd be so proud of him. He'd be so proud of Timmy right today if he was alive.
They're all very proud. We're all very proud of his achievements.
Are you crying?
Almost.
Happy birthday!
You sacrificed so much of your life and your time to build this amazing life for Mom and for Austin and for me. And I don't think I'll ever regret the time that we weren't able to spend with you, because it made the time with you so much more important and more valuable to us. And I really admire the fact that you built this great family, but you also wanted to continue to build your career because that was your dream. And you never lost sight of your career or your family. And I truly admire you for that. And I don't think we'll ever be able to tell you how proud of you we are or how much we love you, but I'm proud of you, and I love you, and I hope you have a great birthday.